Hey guys, it's me Charlie. So here is my blue shrimp eating algae wafer, and right over center there you can see one of the small crystal shrimp. I have two blue shrimp, two crystal shrimp. I have a little guy and a big one. And then I have some male cherry shrimp back there. You can see that they're not very colorful. Those are the boys. And I have some girl cherry shrimp. They're actually kind of hidden in the filter right now. They're just always sleeping in the filter and eating whatever they get stuck there. And my zebra shrimp, I don't know if it's a boy or a girl. I'm hoping it's a boy because he's kind of black stripes with a little bit of his normal colored, shrimp color, which is that greenish clear color. And I'm hoping that if I find another one at the pet store that I normally go to, that it's actually going to be like white and black, which is what zebra to me looks like. Look at that little guy, he's just swimming away. Now, what I've noticed with the blue shrimp, whenever they're happy and healthy, they tend to be a nice rich blue. Whenever they kind of turn brown, they're sluggish and they're not feeling well. And one day I noticed that all my snails, as you can see them eating the algae wafers, all of them one day were from the bottom and all of them crawled all the way to the top. And when they're all at the top of the fish tank, the good thing about having a bunch of snails is whenever they're at the top of the fish tank, they're letting you know there's something wrong with the water. So immediately I did a half water change. This is like a 10-gallon tall. And I put in some new water. Thank goodness I have my tank here next to my sink. And after I did the water change, all the snails went back down. And my blue shrimp, they turned back into blue shrimp instead of brown shrimp. They were kind of half blue and half brown. And it's very visible. On their backs it's completely brown. And on their sides they're a little bit blue. Now my cherry shrimp didn't tell me anything. I can't figure them out. So they just stay red. And my but all the shrimp did go to the very top of the tank, so they did kind of tell me that they were not happy with the water. Part of it's because there's just food being put in here. I had turned off the filter, because whenever I feed them, especially like baby brine shrimp, or when I hatch out brine shrimp, I turn off the filter because I don't want them to get sucked up and start stinking up the tank. And I want them to eat them all. But if you turn it off and you leave it off for more than a couple hours, eventually the tank gets kind of low on oxygen. So I think that's what happened. There's my female red shrimp. She's back there. She's nice and big. I got her from eBay. And plus having all these snails in here, it just overcrowds the tank. And so I need to get rid of a lot of these snails. Now, these guys are still breeding. There's eggs all along the side of the glass. You see all those blobs? And there's some on the front of this tank here. There's a blob here. There's some blobs in the back. There's a bunch of blobs on the side. All these little blobs are actually little tiny blobs of eggs. And they're all hatching. I don't destroy them, but sometimes when you press against them, they do kind of pop. It's kind of gross. And tonight I noticed that one of my shrimp, I thought it was dead. It was one of my crystal shrimp, and I was like, oh God, look at its tail. They've been eating it. It wasn't that. I think the big one had shed because she's extra big. And whenever they shed, you have to be real worried about it, because if they shed and they end up being too big when they start to expand, they could die on you from all that protein they took in. So it's a really good idea to feed your shrimp the algae wafers or the shrimp cuisine, because it actually is made for them. So I just wanted to do a little update on my shrimp here, show you the different kinds I have. That's a little mesh that came with them when I bought them, so they wouldn't be on top of each other all stressed out. There's my other blue one. I don't know, that little zebra one is hiding in the filter in the back. Seems like every time I do a video there's always some hiding. Tonight I got through feeding them freshly hatched brine shrimp and all the little baby guppies. I don't think you can see them. Where are they? I think they're hiding in the plants. There's one. they're all eating, there's a little tiny one right there. They're all eating the baby brine shrimp and their tummies are full. I'd really like to get some really gorgeous guppies in here, some typical guppies. But I'm afraid that once my shrimp starts to breed and they release their babies, that they're going to get eaten up. So I think what I'll do is I'm going to turn this into a shrimp tank and get rid of all of these fish and put them into something else and get rid of all the snails because there's just too many of them. Even if I left 2 in here, I'd end up with 200. So, alright, well, this is just a little update on how the shrimp are doing. They're still alive. I've had them for about a month now. So I'm really happy on how successful I am with them. The secret is giving them algae wafers. You can give them fish food, but I wouldn't recommend to keep them on that diet of just fish food because it's not good to have all that protein for them. But they love their vegetation, so plants in there would do fine, algae growing in there. So don't forget to rate the video, subscribe if you'd like, and I'll see you guys in the next video. There's a little boy. There's a dead snail. He died. He or she had lots of babies. Look at that pile. My God. This is where you can grab all of them and pull them out and throw them in your pond. I'll put some new plants in here once I get rid of the snails. Alright, see you guys in the next video.